Hello, everybody.
Good
Welcome to
evening.
Travel with the Stars.
Good
You-
evening, friends.
I
Hey,
know. Usually Jen is doing this intro and she's like, "Hi, everybody. Welcome." Jen is on a plane. She just left me in Orlando. She is on a plane back to Pittsburgh. So you're stuck with us tonight. I mean, that's just how this is going to go. And I am here with the lovely Jessica.
Hi.
And the infamous Kyla Melberg.
What? That's my intro. Okay, it's
Infamous.
fine.
Jen
Okay,
will regret letting us do this like forever from
We're
this
going
point on.
rogue.
She's gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, guys, what are you doing? Like,
She's
why?
like, Heather, you're never doing it again because
You're
you have a
never
tone.
allowed to do it again. It'll be fun." But we are going to talk tonight. Obviously, it's the best month of the year. It is October, and we love all things fall because fall in Disney is the best. I mean, Kyla's going to tell you that Christmas in Disney is way better, but I'm going to tell you that fall is the best. And I'm going to defend my point at the very end why it trumps Christmas completely. But we're going to talk about the Halloween party. We're going to talk about Food and Wine Festival. And we're going to talk about the free little concert series that'll make your little heart go pitter patter all day long, all through fall.
Ryan Cabrera.
I don't know if I'm mentally prepared to talk about the concert series, Heather. I'm still like real bitter that Heather got to see a mini NSYNC reunion and Kyla and I did not.
No, we got Lou Diamond Phillips. I mean, what's better than that? Obviously.
Let's discuss that later. Let's hold it off for the finale, people.
All right, sorry, I
Finale.
digress.
Okay, we're jumping ahead.
Okay, so every year starting in August through October, there is Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Kyla, you haven't been to one in a while, correct?
I have not been to one in 7 years. So it was before they even had
Oh,
rights to
wow.
Hocus Pocus.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't know it had been
Yeah.
that long since you'd been.
Yes, Sophie was 6 months old, and we left her and Bella with my dad, and Frank and I went and bounded as Prince Eric and Ariel.
Oh, well,
Love.
Yeah.
that's cute, though.
It's real
I
cute.
mean, it's really cute. So this is a special ticketed event. The party actually runs from 7 to midnight. I feel like prior to when the world shut down, didn't it used to go till 1? Am I wrong on that?
I feel like
I think it was
everything
fun.
was open later
Everything went on.
before COVID.
Yeah.
But the midnight was fine. I mean, I was up for 22 hours, so the midnight end time was
You
fine with me.
were a trooper.
Yes.
Oh my
So-
gosh. I was so impressed that you were like still hanging.
Kyla
I was so excited
leaving-
for it. I think it was like the excitement for it.
You were running on adrenaline.
She was
for
like
sure.
leaving at the end of the night, and she was like, "I'll see you tomorrow." And I was like, "Whoa, whoa!"
The
Literally
zombie
left
has
me
arrived.
like on the curb with you, and she was like, "I'll see you tomorrow."
It was like a death rattle.
Yeah.
Bad
I
Halloween.
was keeping in theme with the night, like
Yes,
a zombie.
Yes.
So on special nights, it's a special ticketed event. I always tell people to think of it like a concert ticket. It's not going to be included in your Disney package. It's non-refundable. So if you don't show up, like you're out that money for it. But you can get into the park at 4:00, even though the party starts at 7. You get to come in at 4:00. So for 3 hours ahead of time, you can jump in those lines that have lower wait times and like get some of the rides done before the party actually starts. But once the party starts, Jess, let's discuss how all the magic comes together.
It's the best. It's the best. And like,
You get that little map and the little
Yes.
wristband.
Oh, I finally cut mine off. My wristband.
2 weeks later.
oh my God. The second I got home, I was like, get it off. But no, look, you get this little bag for your trick or treating and you fill it up with candy. Oh, there's the back. This back is super cute too.
Let's
And-
do this.
Let's boo this. And it's super cute. And they fill it up with like amazing, amazing
Emily.
candy. Like,
It's
Oh.
really good candy. It's like
it's the
Mars
best
brand.
candy. So, but
It's
when you walk
Snickers.
in, they give you like a full size bag of candy, and it's my new addiction is those peanut butter M&Ms. Who knew? Like Blake went to the store the other day, brought me home a pack. He's like, "Here's your new treat." I was so happy.
There are Twix people. They give you Twix. They give you
Yeah, I
Snickers.
love Twix.
They give you Skittles.
I
Three
like Skittles. Frank
Musketeers.
makes fun of me all the time for that. Skittles and Starburst,
So
those
do
are like my favorite.
5-year-olds, Kyla.
But I'm fun and fruity like the
You
candy, so it
are.
makes sense.
It makes complete sense.
I'm so funny.
So funny. So once the party starts, so you kind of actually, when you come in backstage, which is a little fun. And this year they had that DJ there.
That was really cool.
She
And the
was
giant pumpkin, she was good,
Mhm.
like kind of zombie-ish. Like
Yeah.
I loved that. I would have stayed there all night and danced.
Mhm.
And you guys had Cruella, but I got there like an hour early and I had bowler hat guy. So
Huh?
I didn't see Cruella.
Who's
Bowler hat guy?
Okay, so from a little known movie that I just watched for the first time, Meet the Robinsons.
Oh.
Yeah, I had him, but I had just watched the movie with Lucy. So I like took a video and sent it to her. And I have this like cute video of him like waving to my camera. It's super cute, but I didn't have Cruella. So they obviously rotate the villain
Oh.
greeter on that like pedestal thing when you walk in.
Yeah, it was like a little balcony. They're like just sitting
Right.
there like taunting everybody coming in. I thought that was great. It was
Right.
different.
It was
Yeah.
different. But when I watched y'all's content, I was like, oh, I had bowler hat guy and y'all had Cruella. So
You have to send
Okay.
us this
No,
video because
I will. It's
I was
cute.
like, what are you talking about?
No, it's I'm telling you, I didn't watch the movie when it came out. Like, so this summer, Lucy and I watched all Disney animated movies like in order, and so we're finally in like the 2000s, and so we just watched Meet the Robinsons.
Oh,
It's cute.
It's not like Swiss Family Robinson. This is like
No,
a different
it's-
Robinson
it's a
family. Are these the
cartoon.
descendants? The descendants.
No,
it's a cartoon.
but it's a cute movie.
Oh, so
the
funny.
descendants.
Okay.
So then once we came in, because we did get there before 7:00. And they have the little picture ops
Yes.
that you can take
Super
there.
cute.
And we got behind one of those little picture ops.
So those are in the map too. Did you know that?
Mhm.
There's like a key that shows where the picture ops are.
Mm-hmm.
Exhibit A.
Exhibit
And
A.
then and then that little picture is like throughout. So we could have got a lot more if we looked at the map.
True.
It'll be fine.
But it's nice. It was a cute idea.
It is. And all that map shows you where all the candy is too.
Yes, the candy, the photo ops, and then there's are the photographers on there, the allergy friendly character greetings, the step in photo frames, that's what they're actually called, step in, like step in time, step in photo. And then the Disney photo pass locations as well as the trick or treat locations. All on the handy little map.
Perfect. So then we went trick or treating. There's an echo, people.
There is an echo. It's bad.
Oh, I can't hear it.
Oh,
We can.
I can. Yeah.
Is it me?
It might be.
It's fine. It's fine.
fine.
Whatever.
It's fine. We rode some rides. We went trick or treating, and there's certain areas where you can get.
So cute.
Need him. He's so
And
cute.
there's like a Mickey pumpkin sipper too, which I was going to ask maybe one of you to send to me. That's it. I didn't have room for it in my suitcase. So I was going to like call one of you and be like, hey.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
super cute.
I usually do not purchase them, but I am a big fan of Halloween, and I wanted a zipper, and my sister wanted the popcorn bucket, but it wouldn't fit in her suitcase, so it's still in my house.
Now you got to send it to her. And while you're there, you can send me a sipper. We should say that the trick-or-treating, if you don't have a map, are like designated by giant blow-up like candy corns, kind of, so that you can see them. And all the fun treats, like all the snacks and drinks that are like Halloween themed just during the party. I love those like exclusive treats. We had a whole bunch
there
of
was
them.
one.
Say, what did we try, Kyla?
We did the spicy beignets. Fun fact, not spicy. And they taste like jelly. It's very strange.
No, it was the chocolate was like coffee. It was
Oh,
weird.
yes.
It was like a
Yes.
coffee undernote. I don't know. I'd give it like a 3 out of 10. I wouldn't recommend the spicy.
Oh, out of 10. I thought you were going to say out of 5. And I was like, wow, that's.
No, out of 10.
Yeah,
know.
that it was those weren't good. They're
Yeah.
like hollow. Like that's why I think everybody says the Port Orleans ones are better because they're like
Right.
fluffier, but those were like hollow and they're not supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
We
But
had
the
the little
chocolate thing was good.
yes, the little tart, right? And it had
Yeah.
like little ghosts and little chocolate gravestone. That
Yeah,
was
that
super
was good.
cute. I feel like we had something else like of that, like the tart, but I don't remember. And Alexa had the slushy with the ghost marshmallow. Heather can't
Yes.
have that because she'll die.
Correct. She
So
also
it's-
can't have the tart. There was like
Oh,
marshmallow
yeah.
on the tart.
Yeah, right? Why do they
Yeah.
make all the Halloween treats marshmallow and you're
I don't know.
allergic to that?
They're
You
trying to
can't
kill
have any
Heather.
of them.
I don't know. I don't know.
But yeah, that was super fun. And then you guys stayed for the late parade, right? And the late fireworks, or just one fireworks?
No. There's just
Just
one
the
there's just one fireworks at
One
10.
fireworks, two parades, two
Two
shows.
parades and like 3 castle shows.
Oh, three castles. I don't know. I watched one.
Yeah.
I was barely alive at that point.
You were.
Just had a magic moment.
Tell about the parade, Heather, because you had a great vantage point from where you sat.
Well, Jess joined me. She can tell the story because this is her life goal.
Okay. So before the parade happens, there's 2 special things that happen before the parade comes down the parade route. A is like the moment that everyone's waiting for, which is the headless horseman. Super cool. It's just, it's just awesome. It's the headless horseman. He comes down. It's super spooky. They play spooky music. They dim the lights. There's like thunder. That's really cool. But then once he goes through, Max from a Goofy movie comes out with all of his party pack dancers, and they dance to Eye to Eye and Stand Out. And I'm sorry, but if you're a 90s kid, it's like the best thing ever. And I got to dance with the dancers, and it was supposed to be all kids, but guess what? I'm really short, so I passed, and I got to dance in the street with the kids and the party people. And Max looked at me, and we did eye to eye, and whatever, it made my life. And Heather was like cackle laughing at how stupid I looked.
Kyla,
That's-
thank you.
That's so
The best.
We
Listen.
missed the headless horseman where we were.
You did.
Jess, but you got it the second time around.
I got him the second time. Yeah, because it happens like 15 minutes before the parade gets to like wherever you're sitting. So, and there's like a 10-minute, was it like a 10-minute interval between the headless horseman and Max? And then the parade comes like 10 minutes after him, but he stays for like a while. Like it was like a legit dance. I mean, he goes through both of the songs from the movie, and they have choreography, and they're all dressed in like 90s like bebop clothes. I don't know, y'all. I was living my best 90s kid life. Like that was
Because you were born in
92. And but listen, but that movie came out in like 95. So I grew up watching it over and over and over again. And my kids danced to that song like every night before bed.
We have found the issue, Kyla. It is with you. If I
It's your
mute you,
microphone.
we don't hear the echo.
I'm like, what? She doesn't want me to talk. Should I be further away?
I don't know. I think it's your new microphone mixed with whatever you're using, but it's fine.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Sorry.
It's fine. Jen is on a plane. Is like, I love the hitchhiking ghost. That is the best part. That and the grave diggers.
Yes, they're the best.
Mm-hmm.
It's legit sparks when they take their shovels across the pavement. It's very cool.
Mm-hmm.
But Heather, what's the weirdest part of the parade?
I would like Disney to do something about this part of the parade. You are all spooky. You have like your pirates, you have your villains, you got Mickey and Minnie, you have the Sanderson sisters, you got all of it going on. And you're just like, this is awesome. And then here come the chickens. Like it's the Easter parade, and it is insane. And I get it that like you have to have Clarabelle and whatever has to have her moment, and Goofy is dressed up like a farmer. That's his Halloween costume. I understand that, but it throws off the whole like pace.
Mm-hmm. So I did a reel about it on Instagram, and I've gotten like some hate about it. People are like, "That's Clara Cluck," and I'm like, "Okay, chill out."
She has like a name specifically for the Halloween parade.
Here, I could look it up. I was told that she is from the black and white comics, and that she's a classic, is what someone told me on Instagram.
She is a character, and that's not what we're disputing. We're disputing she belongs in the Easter parade. She's not scary. Why? And maybe that's what it is. Mickey's not so scary. The chicken is not the scary part of the party, people.
Her name is Clara Cluck. And I wrote today, I get it, but she belongs in the Easter parade. That is legit what Oh no, not Jen. Jen, not you too. About Clara Cluck. I
Parade.
cannot. I don't know. And like the scarecrows, sure, but I don't know. It throws off the whole vibe.
It does.
That's our opinion.
So, Kyla, since you're the echo, why don't you tell us what is at your park?
We didn't even talk about the villains show yet. Though. You love the villains.
I do love the villains.
It
was really late.
And and that's the part I hadn't seen before, because the whole Hocus Pocus thing with Disney is like a newer ish concept.
So the Sanderson sisters come out. I'm muting you again. Sorry, sweetie. The Sanderson sisters come out on stage, and as they're doing their little Hocus Pocus villain spectacular, each time they cast a spell, they bring out a new villain. And of course, when Maleficent takes the stage, it's like, oh my gosh, all hail the queen. It's like the greatest thing ever. And also during this party, the Princess Meet and Greet during the party is shut down. And instead of Princess Meet and Greet, when you walk in there, there's Maleficent right on your left-hand side, like literally like 3 feet from you. You can like touch her and the evil queen. And I personally am super excited about it, because it's just giving us like all the vibes of what is to come with the new villain show at Hollywood Studios, and then ultimately what is to come with Villains Land in the greatest park on the face of the planet, Magic Kingdom.
It was a great show. Can you hear me? I just unplugged my mic all the way.
Yes.
It was a great show. Like, all the villains came out. The Sanderson sisters were there. They had excellent voices. I thought they were really, really good.
Yeah.
And we were so close to the stage because Kristen like wiggled our little crew up there. So
we were in the second row.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I was dying a little bit at that point because we'd been standing for an hour because we saw the fireworks right before the show.
My back still hurts.
I know. I'm like, oh my God, I'm 90.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a fantastic night. I thought it was like well worth the money because we did all the Halloween things. I checked off all the boxes.
Mm-hmm. And my sister and my little one, Calissa, had never been to the party before. And it was their first time. And like, of course, Calissa's like, look at all this candy I got. Like, it was the greatest thing ever for her. But my sister even said, she was like, it was totally worth the money, because the characters you get to see, the parade alone, like the special fireworks, she was just like, that's totally worth it. Who cares about the rides? Like, give me all the candy and all the extra stuff. Like, that's what she was coming for. And it's just a fun party, and it's just good for everybody. I love it. And they had the Hitchhiking Ghosts and the Cadaver Dance. They both perform above Country Bears now, like on that little platform that's above it. And then Jen and I went to the party, was it last night? The night before. And they came out through Country Bears and like walked in front of us. So it was like Hitchhiking Ghosts were like right there, and we were like, oh my gosh.
Fun. You know what else was cool too that I don't know if this is a newer concept was the pirate band in
Yeah, they were cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, like they did this whole like dad joke spiel, which was hilarious. It was like all dad pirate jokes.
Kyla was dying.
I know. I'm like, where's Dave?
Hashtag so funny.
And then Chris and I were dancing because they were playing like it was the song from Guardians, but they made it like pirate words, which was
everything was rum. They changed every lyric was rum. Yeah. It was cute.
It was so much fun. Like Chris and I were sitting there dancing. Like we had a great time. So like all of these things they're adding to it, I think just makes it like that much more worth what you're paying for it.
Mm-hmm. The only thing that I think we missed out on doing was riding Haunted Mansion.
Yes. It was like the longest line of the night.
But it was the longest because everybody
Mm-hmm.
they do a special layover for it. There's special characters out in front of it. They make it, because obviously it's the haunted house at the Magic Kingdom. So at a Halloween party, that's what you're going to want to ride. So that's the only thing that I was like, oh, we didn't do that. But I also didn't want to waste 45 minutes standing in line when there's so many other things to do.
Next year.
Correct. And like things that are your bigger rides that would say you don't have like Lightning Lane on a normal day because there's just a limited amount of tickets that they sell to get into these parties. I mean, we were on and off Tiana's in 25 minutes. We were on and off Tron in like 20 minutes. Like you can do all of those rides that you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm not waiting in a 90-minute line. You're not during these parties.
Well, we walked on to Big Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when is Big Thunder walk on?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was pretty awesome too.
And we took an epic pirate picture. In
Yes.
Pirates.
So funny.
Yes. Oh yeah, we walked on to Pirates.
My only complaint about this party is that all of the pretzel snack stands in Liberty were like closed because they were prepping for like the parade and they like just had them all roped off. And I was so hungry at that point. I was like losing my mind texting you guys like, I just need a Mickey pretzel. Someone needs to find me a Mickey pretzel. I need more Mickey pretzels available, people, during that show, like that party. That's all I need.
They should make like a Halloween Mickey pretzel.
I know. Do you remember back at the Christmas party, like a few years back, they had snowman pretzels?
No.
Like what they did.
cute.
So why can't you do like you remember
pumpkin pretzel.
Yeah, like a pumpkin pretzel. And just Mickey ears, it's the same shape, just make them a little rounder.
It would be adorable. I remember at Christmas that they had one filled with caramel and it was drizzled with red and green frosting. It was delicious. So why couldn't they do that for like a pumpkin pretzel? Fill it with pumpkin and drizzle it with orange and yellow and white frosting.
Exactly. I don't know. Things that they can do next year. So let's do some themed pretzels.
Mm-hmm.
Can we get the chicken out? If Goofy wants to be a scarecrow, I'm all for it. Have a little hoedown. Everybody's dressed up like scarecrows. Do whatever. I don't really care. The chicken, that's why you go on the Easter parade. She's always in the Easter parade. She's not scary. She's not dressed up as anything.
She's not so scary.
Doesn't even have like a little mask.
Oh, the other thing that I thought was odd, I kept commenting to Kyla, is like the soundtrack, like the background music all night was weird. It was not like Halloween themed music.
It was kind of all over the place.
Yeah. So that would like for continuity's sake, like, but we never made it over to where the Descendants were. Like I first of all, I love the Descendants soundtrack. I listen to it sometimes when my kids aren't even in the car. It's just they are bops, okay? They are bops. But it wasn't like Halloween themed music. Like Disney has a whole like catalog they could pull from, but it was like random songs, like not even Disney songs. It was weird. For continuity's sake, I think that could have been better throughout the whole show, as we say.
Yes.
Agreed.
So if you weren't a Disney nerd like us, you wouldn't notice it. And
no,
I'm sure you guys know. If you send clients, they're always like, "Oh my gosh, this was the best thing ever." And so you come back. They don't just hand you like a piece of candy when you're trick-or-treating.
Oh no, it's like a whole scoop.
They hand you like a scoop. Like remember, like you won't know just because you were born in the 90s. But back in the 80s, you used to be able to get like peanut scoops, like at your local fair. There's like peanut scoops of candy. So you are coming home with a ton of candy. So I always tell people, make sure you bring plastic bags with you if you are attending that party that are like Ziploc bags, like the big gallon size one. So you can like put them all in to your carry-on or whatever. Don't check it, else your luggage is going to be just melted with chocolate. And it's good chocolate.
That's a really good pro tip, Heather.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Yeah, hashtag Disney tips. Good job.
Hashtag Disney tips.
Excellent.
So let's head on over to the other two's favorite park. It does house the best ride in Walt Disney World. I will give you that.
Yeah, I agree. It is Epcot's Food and Wine Festival.
Yes.
Yummy.
And what are the official dates this year of Food and Wine Festival, Kyla?
It was August 29th, and it is going till November 23rd, which is a little late this year, actually, I feel like. So, good for those people going in later November. They also get to go to Food and Wine.
And you love it because you get to basically eat around the world. Do you think it's the best festival food wise? Truly.
No.
I have a hard time with this because I love Flower and Garden so much.
And see, I love Festival of the Arts.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, Festival of the Arts is the best.
But it's like that is like hot on the heels of Flower and Garden for me.
Okay.
It's fun.
Okay. I mean, fry flight and the fillet alone. I mean, if they had those at Flower and Garden, there would be no competition, right?
If they had the cheddar soup and the pretzel roll at Flower and Garden, I think I might be a convert to Flower and Garden number one. But I can't decide. But you know what? The only thing that was kind of a bummer is that it rained on our Epcot day 2 weeks ago. So it's not as easy to go eat and drink around the world when you're like, at one point, Jess and Emily were like holding an umbrella, and Alexa and I were like scarfing down like this like melty Swiss cheese.
Oh yeah, I was holding an umbrella over your head like this.
Like, it wasn't great photo ops. Like, we tried some new booths and some, favorites like Canada. But yeah, I mean, there's like 30 booths. It's so much more food and drinks.
I don't know what you were talking about because I was not with you during this part, which we will get
because you were already in line, woman.
It's fine. Just keep going.
They stopped at like was it the Swiss booth? The Swiss Alps?
Swiss raclette. So they melt the cheese on the little machine, and they melt it over like your little container of like veggies and potatoes. So it's like very fresh melted Swiss cheese, which I don't necessarily like all the time, but I get there.
Okay.
But that was like the exact moment. It was like constantly it never like, I don't know. I feel like it wasn't heavy rain that day. It was just like constant annoying drizzle. It was so annoying, and it was cold.
It was cold.
I was freezing. I mean, I'm freezing today because it was like
it might snow today.
It was like 55 degrees this morning. That was a lot for me. Okay.
That was the high today, guys. It was 32 here last night. We had our first frost.
I put on a long sleeve. I was like with a hood.
I have boots on, guys.
I never thought I would see the day that I would be cold.
You're a Floridian now, Heather. You're like, it's below 70.
I have converted.
Bundle up. But anyway, so when we were eating the cheese potato situation, it was like so annoying. It was drizzling, and so the girls didn't have an umbrella. So I'm over here like shielding them. I'm using Emily's because we only had 2 between us. And they just sat there and they ate their cheese. It looked delish.
Try and just scarf it down because wet, melty cheese is not great.
It was not good.
And the inside, you pick up a passport as you're walking in, and it will tell you. There's even like a little quiz, right, that tells you if you want like salty or sweet or something.
Yeah,
isn't that what it is?
There it is. You like kind of follow your favorites, and then it will tell you which kiosks, which kitchens to go to at the end. But other than that, it shows every single booth, the menu. Ta-da. And there's a
little
cheese
keepsake.
crawl. I mean, the cheese
and
crawl.
the cheese crawl.
We were very sad about it. We only got 2 stamps. But if you get like 5 things out of this cheese crawl, then you get a complimentary dessert at the end, which is delicious.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get it. I got it last time.
Yeah, we haven't filled ours up yet, but we'll have to get it. And another thing, because everybody's like, oh, it's food and wine. Like, what if I don't drink and I don't do mixed drinks? Like, a ton of those kiosks also just have like a flavored drink that is non-alcoholic.
Mocktail.
Correct.
Yes, it's just a mocktail. So your kids, while you're getting like your glass of your whatever, what's the flight called that everybody gets? You're getting a mimosa flight. Your kids are like walking around with some kind of frozen, I don't know.
Yeah, orange slash or something. Yeah, there was a lot of mocktails this year, actually.
Yes. And then
get to your favorite part. You're dying to talk about it.
So also during this time of year, because it's called Eat to the Beat, they also have during Arts Festival, what is it called?
Broadway.
They offer free concerts in the pavilion right outside of America. What the heck is that pavilion called? Because I have no brain right now. They
America.
have
Garden theater. Garden
there you
theater.
go. They have
Like
free
America.
Yeah, America. Kyla can sing the whole thing to you. He loves that attraction.
I do.
They have free concerts. So if you have a ticket for Epcot that day, or even if you have like a park hopper pass and you're just like, oh, I'm done. Like, say you're doing Animal Kingdom the first half of the day. What are we going to do for the rest of the night? Say, like, prime example, where do I always say you should go in the rain? Epcot. That's like the best time to go because nobody's there. And it's going to prove my point here shortly. You can go over to Epcot and like go through all the kiosks because everything is still open to like do everything in, and you can catch a free concert. So they have 3 concerts every day. What is it? The first one's at 5:30, 6:45, and 8.
8:15.
Is that 8? I don't know.
I don't know, something like that. After 8.
Something like that. And these are not just, they do have some kind of local groups, but like these aren't just normal off the wall bands that you've never heard of before. So they have Hanson. They had, who's the one that you like, Kyla, that sings some song? He was
They
here.
had Yellow Card this year.
Yeah, Yellow Card.
Yeah.
I would have died to
From
be
my
at that.
hometown, just
That would
saying.
have been awesome. And that line was like the longest that people have ever seen, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've
Yeah.
seen, I don't know, I've seen Simple Plan, like Lit has been there. Brian Cabrera, obviously.
I saw Jody Messina last year for all you country
Oh,
fans.
country
Yeah.
folk.
I
Yeah.
like her.
Yeah,
Me
she was really
too.
good.
Men,
She was good.
Sugar Ray.
Boys to Men were there.
There's
Yeah.
like
Boys to Men.
good bands. I mean, they might
Yeah.
be like a little B-list, some of them, but there's pretty good bands. Not people like you've never heard of before.
Yeah. And I think like it ends this year. Doesn't 98 Degrees end it this year? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I thought
Yes,
that they did.
yeah.
Tiffany, we can't go without mentioning the queen of pop. Like Tiffany comes, like kicks off the festival usually every year. She's there within like 1 or 2 of them. Oh, look, we have a surprise guest joining us.
We do.
Yeah.
David. David.
Yes.
What's up, kids?
Hey, Dave.
Oh my gosh.
Better late
We
than
can
never.
Well, I
Yeah.
didn't set up my microphone and all that stuff, so I was hoping to get by without it.
We're fine. We can hear you. So welcome to the show, David. What is
Awesome.
your favorite thing to do about food and wine?
Canada, steak, and
Oh,
cheese.
I thought you were gonna say the soup and pretzel roll.
Well, that too, and scallops. But no, the steak
No,
and
that's
the
Flower
cheese.
and Garden when I eat them.
The steak is the best thing at Food and Wine. I love it every time. So much so that one time I got one, and my beloved wife Stephanie got one, and somehow I accidentally dropped hers. She insisted I go back in the line to get her another one, and I just picked the one I dropped off and just ate the whole thing. It was great, It was delicious. So I had 2 steaks.
And live
$26.
to tell the tale.
That's right.
Live to tell the tale.
It was awesome. So what I missed.
I mean, we were talking about Mickey's Not So Scary. I'm
yeah,
sure we
yeah.
left out a bunch of information because you're good with those details. That's what you were supposed to be here for, David, because Jen's never going to entrust this with us again.
Well, this is the problem is Kylie
Fine.
didn't remind me today. She
Oh
reminded
my-
me like Monday, but that was
Oh
like
my-
4 days ago.
I said
So
passing something about the YouTube tonight, and I said to these girls before we started recording, he either was ignoring me or not paying attention.
he didn't say it. I mean, like we communicated like 4 times today, and just nothing. No. So really, this is Kyla's fault. So Jen, when you
Okay.
watch back, this is Kyla's fault. So that's okay. We forgive you.
We already figured out a sound issue, which we needed you for, David, but it's okay. We figured that out.
I probably couldn't figure that out either.
We were telling everybody about Not So Scary before. I think we covered everything. Fireworks. What's your thing that you love to do there the most?
Not so scary.
Yeah.
I just like the whole atmosphere. I love the fact it's lower crowds. The cast members that work there, they really want to be there. Like, it's
They
not just-
embrace it.
It's
Yeah,
not just
they
like a
do.
cast member who had to come to work today and he's working Space Mountain. He's like, make sure you sit down and buckle all your belts and blah, blah, blah. They want to be there. You can just tell they're excited, they're energetic, got the vests on and the Mickey ears and whatever, and just it's always just fun. I mean, I know Kyla hates the characters because she hates Joy, but I love the characters. I love meeting characters when I can. It's the whole thing is just great. It really
It
is,
is.
especially
It's
the
a
low
good
crowds
time.
and the fireworks it's awesome. So.
It is. There's nothing other than the chicken. Other than the chicken.
Chickens.
I don't know
Chicken's
if
gotta
David
go.
was about the chicken. There's chickens in the Halloween parade, David.
Did you know that there's chickens in the Halloween parade?
Go watch
I did
my
not
reel
know that.
about
That sounds
it.
pretty foul.
No,
Okay,
David,
right.
go
Watch
watch
it
my
foul.
reel about it on Instagram. People are like fighting with me. It's hilarious. People are defending
Clara
these chickens.
Cluck comes out
Clara Cluck.
with Goofy, and I get that he's dressed up like a farmer, but then there's just all these little chickens dancing on the street in the parade. And I was like, this is not the Easter parade. That's when you make your debut, Clara, you and all the little Disney bunnies. But she's
David, I'm
dressed up in
sending it to
Halloween
you right now.
and she's not wearing anything, David. She doesn't even have a mask on. So I don't understand her purpose.
Yeah, it's weird.
I did not see the reel, but I would imagine it's like pure poultry in motion as they dance across the streets and the chicken, and it's. I mean, yes.
Poultry in motion. Lord help us.
I just got on. I'm winging it here. Okay.
Okay.
I just sent it to you to watch later.
We were talking about then we were talking about Food and Wine Festival, and Kyla was saying how you get your passport and you can get it stamped, and how there's the map inside that says you can determine like what you think you're in the mood for, and it'll tell you like what's your next question, then tells you like what to go get. You told us what your favorite thing is, but is there something special? Like, do you love this festival more than the other ones? Like, is this your favorite one?
I think Food and Wine is my favorite festival.
Okay.
Mostly, well, it's like a conjunction of things. I love the Food and Wine. I love fall. Fall is like my favorite season. Because football season's going on. The air is crisper. It's actually, I'm wearing my long sleeve today because it's colder outside. Especially being there like in October at Epcot when the air is daytime is kind of warm, but nighttime the temperature drops and everything. And I just love. I don't know. Food and Wine is just because it's leading into Christmas. It's by the time the festival ends, you already got the Christmas decor up. You've gone through Halloween. You're getting into Christmas. And it's just there's a whole feeling there. Flower and Garden is great too. I love it. I just love all the topiaries and all that good stuff there. But there's something to me just special about Food and Wine. I haven't been to the holiday very much. I'm going this time around, and I never get down. I want to do the festival Grand Slam where I hit all 4 in 1 year. I keep missing the Arts Festival. So maybe I don't know. I'll try to get down there for that. But
it is so fun. The
I've been there before. So I hadn't been in a while. Jessica, I'm going to need you to get me like a passport and some maps to send because Kyla will never send them to me ever. It's just
I
it's
will.
ridiculous.
Exactly.
Well, you have it. I don't. I see Jessica will send them to me. I know that she will.
I will.
So.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy. I think I still have the Festival of the Arts ones for you from this past year somewhere.
Oh, God, don't bring it up because now he's going
Both of you probably do, actually.
I think it's literally like with that Funko Pop that I have. I've been telling him that I have to give to him, like sitting there, like just
I'll
be
send
like,
you both a self-addressed stamped envelope and let you send it to me.
I mean, you come down here.
I was going to say,
here's the thing about Jessica, though.
Like 7 weeks. What?
Yep.
I holler at Jessica and I'm like, Jessica, there's a really great pen that's released. Would you mind looking for it? Like a week later, she's like, I found it. I'll send it to you.
I haven't found the last one yet. I'm still looking.
It may be sold out, and that's okay. But thank you for looking. I appreciate that you making the effort, Kyla. I appreciate you making the effort.
I heard that.
So let's end this on a happy note. Ready? So we were talking about eat
Back
to the beat.
yes, eat to the beat.
And you actually ironically just came in after I brought up Tiffany because she usually kicks it off. Like she's usually the second or third act, like every year that kicks it off. And everybody's like, woo, now we're in the groove for eat to the beat. But this is the one time a year that Heather plans to basically live her life in Epcot. Last year it was over 4 days. This year it was only over 2 days.
Still better. Just
I
saying.
knew he was getting up to get.
Because Joey Fatone and Friends comes to Epcot, and it is basically a free little miniature retro in-sync concert that takes you back to your teenage years, or if you are in the case of Jessica, back to your bassinet years of when NSYNC was popular.
She's great too, though.
I love her.
Oh my God.
I love that Heather thinks I was like in my car seat singing bye, bye, bye. Like,
You were.
I mean,
I was not.
Okay, you
like
were 5.
between 92 and 99. Like
Embryos don't sit in car seats, Kyla.
You were 7. So with these more popular ones, like what did you say? Yellow Card was super backed up this year.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to tell you that it is highly recommended that you have your travel agent that day, whatever you had planned on doing for dining, to get a specific Eat to the Beat dining package. They have a set menu at select restaurants. We got to eat at Coral Reef, and the girls can tell you about like the meal here in a little bit. And it's just a little bit more, like what, maybe like $15 more, I would say.
I don't think
it wasn't that bad.
Than like your normal menu would have cost you. And this year they gave you an alcoholic beverage, a main entree, and a dessert. Last year they gave you a appetizer, a main entree, and a dessert. So they did away with the appetizer this year, at least at Coral Reef they did. And you guys can tell them about your fabulous meal. I thought that meal was good.
I think
because it's been a while since I ate there.
I get the same. Well, you know what? I will say I get the same chicken dish, but they actually changed it up. So while I still got the chicken dish, it was different, but it was still delicious. And I realized that it's weird ordering chicken at a seafood restaurant, but it is what it is. So it was delicious. And the fact that you get the drink and the dessert was like, I mean, there's the $15 right there on the drink.
Right.
I mean, that really is what it is. And the reason that they charge you extra is that they are going to give you a little ticket to let you go into a reserved seating area so that you kind of get a front seat and you have a guaranteed seat to see whatever show. So we ate at like 12:30, 12:50 or something it was. And we had picked the second show of the night that we were going to get the preferred seating for. But then the girls decided to continue to eat around World Showcase. And I was like, nope, I am going to get in line now, even in the reserve line, because I was like, I need to be first in line because I needed to be first in the front row to see Joey Fatone.
And you were.
And I was. For a while, I really thought that they were going to let me let you guys in with us, but then there was a little kerfuffle with some old ladies and I am going to say old because she told me that she made a reference that she was like 44, and I was like, honey, I'm 44. Like, we don't look the same.
Wait, the girl behind you?
She made a little kerfuffle with the cast members, and I will say that like during this time and anytime really, like be nice to these cast members, okay? Because they really deal with like a lot for these events, and they're just trying to keep like the crowds in line and everything like that. Don't be a jerk. Don't be a jerk to these cast members. Please just knock it off and just stop doing it. So after that little kerfuffle, I was like, oh, well, they're definitely not going to let you guys in the front row with me, even though I've been sitting here for 3 hours. And we were in the front row. You guys were like, what, in the third?
We're only in like the fourth row.
Yeah. It was fine.
It was a great view still. I mean, I like waited there and used my trash can tablecloth to have some violet sake. And
which the people behind us were very impressed by and also took a photo.
I think you want to say jealous. I think they were jealous.
I mean, they were super jealous. I mean, the guy was like, that's adorable, and took out his phone. He was like taking pictures of our
candle. We lit the candle.
He's like, that's so cute. Hashtag that's so cute.
It was cute.
So funny.
Yes, and then you get like a half-hour concert of like, and he brings out different guests. So this year he had Liamani, which if you have kids, they've seen her on YouTube. She sings like Mariah Carey. She's going to be the next, I forget her name. What's the girl with the ponytail, David, that sings all the pop songs? She's the new
Ariana Grande?
Yes, that's who she's going to be. She's going to be like your next pop star singer. And they said she worked with Destiny's Child, or not Destiny's Child. Who's the lady that sings Destiny's Child?
Beyonce.
There you go. Beyonce and Mariah Carey.
I'm with you.
Overrated. Sorry,
I'm with you.
They said that she has worked with them, but this girl, her voice is amazing. I even posted a reel. I was just like, her voice is stunning. And he brought out like some family members, some of his friends. And then he brought out, for your show, ladies, who was his big guest that he did the duet with.
Who was it, Kyla?
Ryan Cabrera.
Who Kyla also got a photo with because Emily tracked him down.
Yeah, that like core memory unlocked. Like me and Emily like running up, and I'm like, okay, I'll go.
Everybody was coming for Joey Fatone.
I could care less about Ryan Cabrera, but he's married to Alexa Bliss, like multi-time WWE Women's Champion. multi-time WWE Women's Tag Team Champion. I would totally have found Alexa Bliss because she had to be there. She had to.
No,
have been
she
there.
is.
Oh,
Listen
just had
to
a
me.
baby.
Yes, she was.
And so, yeah,
She
I would.
waits for him by the funnel cake. Like every year, it's
funnel
the
cakes
same
you
thing.
think you got?
She literally, I don't know.
It's your job
I
to find
literally
her in
said, I
December,
go,
Heather.
Kyla, he will come out to the funnel cake. He literally walks down the same thing every year. He comes out, he talks to everybody in the crowd, and here he comes. And I was like, here he comes. And then here I just see Kyla like beelining, and she's like, Sophie.
I couldn't
This lady
figure out
was
about
so
lineup,
cute.
but I know Alexa Bliss. So yeah.
Yes, she was there, and she was there with the baby. And for the shows the second night, they even she even came and she brought the baby backstage, and they put the little things on her. Super cute. But they just walk around Epcot after he's done singing because they're big Disney fans, and they walk around.
They're there a
Everybody
lot.
they're there a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's doing a book thing, I think here like next week or the week after, and like you'll see them like down there. They're just like they're big Disney fans, and they're like super nice.
Well,
and
she's
he's
all.
always-
I don't know about him, but I know she's always been a big Disney. I actually sound like I'm a bigger fan than I am, but she's always been a Disney fan. Even starting early in her career, on her Instagram was like Disney. Even before she met Ryan Cabrera. So
Maybe
I don't know if he got it honest or he
groupie
was brought into it
instead
or
of
what.
Kyla
I'm not sure.
groupie.
So Kyla got her selfie, and then we had a little duo for what song did he sing? Was it Rock and Roll All Night?
Oh,
Yeah, it
No.
wasn't La Bamba. It was the
He didn't sing La Bamba.
Good Times of Rock and Roll. No, it wasn't.
No.
Unfortunately, it was
It
the rock
wasn't.
and roll song with
Yeah.
Lou Diamond Phillips.
Yes,
right.
Old time rock and roll.
Old
that
time
what
rock
they-
and roll. Yeah.
Okay,
And
They
the
sang
opera
that-
singer.
yeah, they sang
Yes.
that. It was continuing to rain. The girls were like, "Okay, we're out," and I'm like, "We're getting back in line because this is the one thing that me and my sister have done for years. We like always planned our trips around here." And I pre-warned Jessica. Kyla was already on the plane back home, but I'm gonna. And I was just like, "You should really come to the other show." And she's like, "No, like we're good." I'm like, "Okay." And second show, Donna, who is one of our other agents, we're in line and we go walking in and we're on the end and we're just like filming and Joey singing and whatever. And Joey points and Donna has up like her old school in sync concert program. And
Oh my God.
so this is how this video happened. We all think that he's pointing at her because she's got the old school program because the row behind us was blocked off and we were complaining about it the whole time. Like, why is this row blocked off? This doesn't make sense why this row is blocked off. Well, it's blocked off because here comes Lance Bass, whoop, right past us. And I'm looking at Donna and then and he's like, "Ladies and gentlemen, Lance Bass," and the world loses their mind. And I'm just like, Lance Bass just walked through the door. Jessica is texting me some words.
This is a family show, Heather.
She's telling me to not have a magical day. And she is emotionally crushed that she missed it. And I will tell you that he surprised everybody with Lance last year. I really thought it was going to be my beloved JC because it is like he really focuses on people that do like performing arts and like give back and stuff. And JC has a new album coming out and it wasn't JC, it was Lance. And like we all lost our mind.
I think Timberlake will be out next year because he needs the PR.
No.
He needs the
here's
good
deal.
PR.
Sure does.
I don't think
Here's
so.
my thing. So my mother is obsessed with Justin Timberlake. She was never an NSYNC fan, but she thinks Justin's so cute. She loves Justin. So for her birthday, I took my mother. I know, Kyla. I know. I took my mother to a Justin Timberlake concert in Tampa this year, and sorry, Mom, it was horrible. Sorry, Mom. But then we went and saw Joey, and I was like, oh my God, if Lance is here, I will have seen 3 out of 5 in 1 year. And as a child, I wasn't allowed to go to the NSYNC concert. So there was a lot of childhood trauma healing that night. and he sang at our concert. Joey sang 2 songs from No Strings Attached. And that was the tour I wasn't allowed to go to. So I was very happy.
Mm-hmm.
I had a Justin t-shirt, like they had the ramen noodle haircut and everything. And
Oh my God.
Justin on it.
Yes.
And it got stolen by some housemaids at a hotel like 3 or 4 years ago. But
Oh.
that's another story. So yeah, I would have worn that though, had I been there. But that'd have been great.
Well,
Yeah.
Lance was always my favorite. So the fact that I missed Lance, I am utterly heartbroken.
So it was a
Here.
mini
don't-
NSYNC reunion.
He's my favorite, but still.
Oh my gosh. Year 2 in a row. Next year, people, I do not know that Joey Fatone will show up because I still am standing firm that there will be an NSYNC reunion tour and we will not get Joey Fatone next year. So this is why you need to come. It's just another reason to come during the fall.
And they all show up because they're touring around the
I don't know if the cast members could like control the crowds for that though.
So the reason that one of the cast members that I know had spotted Lance, and I was like, he's here. Like, will he come out? I don't know. But they had said earlier in the day that he was in Magic Kingdom, and I was just like, okay, he's here. So, I mean, my sister, she's like you, Jess. She's like all pro Lance, everything. She like loves them. And I was like, if he comes in here and like surprises everybody, and they waited until like the second to last song. So like nobody saw it coming. And it was just like the greatest entrance ever. But there was somewhere I was going with this. You said if they would bring them all out on stage. Oh, I know what it was. There was a ton of security on Monday. I mean, there was security like every 10 feet. And I was just like, oh, Lance is coming down. He's coming down. Like, because there was just so much. Because last year, after the first show that he showed up, they couldn't get people through the America Pavilion in Epcot.
Yeah, it turns into like not being safe.
Yeah. So having all 5 of them there would break Disney. However, I do think, and I have said this, dear NSYNC managers of all 5 of the boys and Disney, this band got their break during their Disney special. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where they should kick off like the reunion tour.
Hometown boys, let's go.
Make it come full circle. Bring them hometown boys back to where it started. That's
Amen.
all. I love fall. Fall and Disney. It's the best time of the year. You have to come just for the concerts. Jen's going to be like, Heather, this is not an NSYNC show. Okay. So anyways, back to business.
I will say this though, Heather.
Yeah.
Before you go too far, I concur on what you said about the dining package. Kyle and I were talking about this on the Main Street Electrical podcast. Podcast comes out every Thursday, by the way, out today.
There you go.
New episode. We were talking about how, yes, you pay a little bit for the meal, but for that or for the candlelight processional, to have that seat already reserved for you, it's really you're paying for time, because now you don't have to line up at at the break of dawn to get a good seat. And whether you're at the Eat to the Beat and Joey Fatone, that's a popular artist. You got to line up early. Louis and the Headbangers, probably not. Some band that pull off the street or whatever. You probably can line up 30 minutes ahead of time. Whatever, Or like we talked about at the Candlelight Processional, Neil Patrick Harris, Brendan Fraser, Jody Benson, those are ones. Get that dining package. Maybe Nick Santos is not going to be as popular. I don't know. Maybe you can chance it with that. But if you want to go see one of the big names, Gary Sinise or somebody, you're going to have to line up at 5 o'clock for the 7 o'clock show or even later. Yeah. Or just pay the $50 or $60 for the dining package. Have a great meal. Get in line 30 minutes ahead of time. Have a great seat, and it's perfect. I mean, honestly, and they have 15 restaurants for the Candlelight Processional to choose from. I don't know how many were for Eat to the Beat, but there were 15 for Candlelight, and so you have plenty of options to choose.
I feel like there's I don't know, maybe 6 or 7.
Yeah, there's only I was going to say there's few for Eat to the Beat, but there are more for Candlelight Processional. But David's right, especially for Candlelight Processional, because you can show up at 11 a.m. And if that line's already back to Italy, you're not getting in that show that night. But
it's mainly Neil Patrick Harris. That's the big.
It is.
That's the big ticket name.
Tell your agent, we would love to be one of your agents, that, hey, I want to go see this next year, or there's still time to go, November, December. If you want to come up here and do a last minute trip of Disney, we'd love to help you plan it. But for fall next year in October, we are going to tell you to book your packages now. And then once those Halloween parties are announced, you need to jump on top of them and get your tickets, because those parties sell out every single year.
Yeah. And they're
starting in August. They sell out every year.
Yeah.
So I think that's it. Anything else that we forgot about, guys?
And we can book Candlelight Processional dining packages on October 29th.
Yes.
Just FYI.
Yep.
So.
Candlelight's for another show.
Candlelight is for another show.
Just throwing it in there. So.
John Stamos is not doing it this year. I think a lot of people are bummed about that, because he had everybody in tears last year.
Well, I told him yesterday.
He's made his
I should have asked him. I should have asked him.
Your new BFF.
I didn't think to ask him about that.
Lance, Joey, and John Stamos in 1 week. I'm not talking to you.
I didn't think of it that way. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
I still think he would come on our podcast. He just can't work with Jen's schedule. It's probably the case.
Oh,
So,
I mean, maybe. Yeah. I mean, we're Instagram buddies now. I'll reach out to him. I'll ask him, David. I'll be like, David
That'd be
really
awesome.
wants you on there.
That'd be great.
I really
I'd
want
love
you
it.
on there. Mm-hmm.
That'd be fun.
Sweet.
Have ratings.
Let's figure out here. Ready? Here's going to be Heather trying to figure out how to do this because this is why Jen put me on the show. I don't really know. Jessica, where can people find you?
People can email me at jessicaL@uponastartravel.com, and I'm also on Instagram at passholderprincess21.
Fabulous. Miss Kyla.
The infamous Kyla can be found at Kyla@uponastartravel.com.
Kyla.
And I am on Instagram at DisneyGeek27.
Okay, perfect. And David Dollar.
There's my email, david@uponastartravel.com. And of course, you can find me on Instagram, the Magic on the Dollar, and of course, we are Magic on the Main Street Electrical Podcast on Thursdays, the MSC Podcast on Instagram as well, and there's all my pages and stuff too. So I'm everywhere.
Yeah, you are. I don't know where the Main Street Electrical one is. Jen's
That's okay. It's all right.
Whatever, it's fine. You can email me at heather@uponastartravel.com, or you can find me at the Moana Mom on Instagram or Facebook. And as always, we would love to help you plan your next Disney vacation or any vacation for that matter. Follow us at Upon a Star Travel on Instagram or shoot us an email. And as always, as Jen says, we would love to help you explore a whole new world. And we will see you next time. Thanks, guys, for doing this.
Premier pass.